It's been a pretty stale and stagnant month for gaming, with things getting delayed and a lot of the heavy hitters really coming out in May, like Deathloop and Resident Evil Village. I've tried to fill the time by going back and playing a lot of older titles, like the entire Resident Evil series, one of my personal favorites of all time. I went back and just played through it all.
But just take a look at this!
The Metal Gear series, I went ahead and played through all those again.
6 bullets. More than enough to kill anything that moves.
And, the sad reality started to kick in that not all games are as good as Resident Evil or Fear.
Holy shit!
Even with the smorgasbord of multiplayer shooters and fighting games that are out right now, I've pretty much played them so much and have had so many ups and downs with them that I've grown disinterested and am having a really hard time keeping up with. I mean, just look at Sony with the PlayStation 5, where their entire agenda is now implementing nothing but funding blockbuster titles and pushing a lot of stuff to the side, and in the meantime just coming out with remakes and remasters. And this is kind of a double-edged sword, because we'll definitely get more true next-gen games with better graphics and bigger budgets, but that also means we have to continue to wait. And already what's coming out has been designed for cross-platform. So a lot of these developers are still designing within limitations of the last generation and not implementing what's new. What I'm basically trying to say is, there's a huge lack of games out right now. Well, a huge lack of good games out right now. Until I discovered Hired Ops. Now, to explain Hired Ops is basically to compare it to something like Escape from Tarkov meeting Call of Duty and my penis meeting your ass. They're two good things, and when they come together, it works, but there's always something off. Much like Escape from Tarkov, Hired Ops takes place in the Florida of Europe, that being Russia. And if video games have taught me anything about Russia, it's just in a post-apocalyptic wasteland filled with a bunch of Slav boys shooting each other with highly customized weapons.
I hate to say it, it was kind of cool. I mean, what guy, doesn't like, destruction? Yeah, that's why we go to demolition derbies.
Seeing that the game so closely blends two completely different genres of shooters, it manages to blend them together in a way that just really works, keeping in the positive elements. Yes, it has the fast-paced sort of movement and reaction speed type shooting that you would see in Call of Duty, but it manages to also capture those moments where you have to slow it down and be tactical, and really listen to your environment and plan your next move. So it leads to these moments where the game is like this. And other times where it's like this.
Surprise, motherfucker! Mother!
Either way, Hired Ops is free to play, and it's definitely worth your time to check out. I mean, I think it's a very interesting idea to take the shooting mechanics and kind of the idea of Tarkov and turning it into a team-based tactical shooter type of thing like this. And I think it works out pretty well, and for it being free to play, it's really no consequence to just give it a try and see if you like it. And I definitely enjoy it, and I'll be playing much more of it for the time to come.
So I knew you are!
At least until Resident Evil 8 comes out.
She can't get to school now.